Okay, in this video, I'm going over some more recent news that has come up. It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be very brief. It's an excuse because I don't want to do predictions yet for the Josh Emmett card, but there's some interesting things happening. A couple of things. There's a UFC and Meta collab that's going down, and a new ranking system going in. We also have Royval versus Manel Cap. We also have Sean O'Malley saying he's completely changed his lifestyle for this matchup, which we'll go over. And then we have Lewis versus Teixeira. So we have some awesome news to go over in today's video. So the UFC is starting to work with Meta to get a new ranking system, which Dana White has showed a lot of resentment for in the past, saying that John Jones should be number one pound for pound over everybody, and AI is gonna know that, and people are stupid or our matchmakers are dumb. He's been complaining a lot. It's really, I think it's needless. I know there's problems with the rankings, especially outside the pound for pound rankings also, but in the pound for pound rankings, there's a bunch of issues as well. Pantoja is way too low. There's just weird inconsistencies, and I get having this new ranked system done through AI, but I don't think it's going to give Dana what he really wants. I guarantee you, John Jones will not be pound for pound number one on the AI's thing. There's been a bunch of trial runs with AI rankings, and John Jones hasn't been at the top on a lot of them. So, unless favoritism comes into play, I do think this ranking AI system will not go in the favor of Dana White, but I do think it is intriguing going forward to have AI rank it so it can be completely impartial. At the same time, implementing AI into your business model when it's an action sport and pretty much everything depending like everything that your sport is built on is consumer based through people implementing AI and there's we'll see what how it works out. It'll probably be interesting, but if people have problems with the rankings after this, then you'll have to adjust them through people, and then that will be another problem, and then will that be unfair? And it just might cause more problems than it's worth. But it is intriguing nonetheless, and I am excited to see what they do with it because the rankings are kind of shit. So yeah, next Brunner Revolve versus Manel Cap. This has been announced. I like this a lot. Kinda. I like it because it's a number one contender fight for the belt. If Kai Kara France is getting the belt, which he definitely is since Marab and Sean O'Malley is announced, then I like this fight. It's going to be a super sick stand up battle between these two. I really like this for neither guy, to be honest. I think Royval is a very good striker in general, and I think Manel Cap's a very good striker. I think this is going to be the. I think this is the most exciting fight you can get at flyweight right now. To be honest, it's going to be a very exciting striking battle, no matter how you look at it. And I like to make Manel Cap in a lot of things. I like to be confident with him, but Royval is a tricky motherfucker to beat. And Royval's, I kind of feel like Royval might have the edge, to be honest. But the way Cap's been looking momentum wise and comfort wise has been off the charts. So I probably still will pick him, but Royval is very fucking tricky and he's no slouch at all on the feed. That's his whole game. So this one's going to be very fun, but I have no idea who I would predict to win yet. It's too soon. I'd probably lean Royval out the gate just because I think he might be used to this top like game a little bit more. And I don't see Manel Cap finishing Royval, and Manel Cap seems to be doing that a lot against these guys, and he has a lot of momentum and he builds momentum in the fights. But I feel like Royval does that same shit, and I feel like he's been doing it more efficiently in these past years. So I think I would go with Royval going into this, but very fun matchup. I am very excited to see next this. So O'Malley for his matchup ahead of Marab, or his matchup in the future against Marab, the rematch, it is very much important to him, as it seems. He is quitting every single bad habit he's ever had. He's not jerking off. He's not smoking weed. He's not playing video games. And what's the other one he's not doing? He's playing a lot of poker. So, he's not on social media. That's the big one. So, This is interesting to see how this will enhance his game, if it will. I'm sure Marab doesn't do any of this anyway. He might jerk off, but I'm sure he doesn't smoke weed or play video games. I don't know if he has video games where he lives. He definitely probably does, or he could if he wanted to. But this is still interesting to me. I think O'Malley's very good and he's very exciting and he's been at the top level. And if he's been doing this with a bunch of bad habits, or he's deemed to be bad habits at this point now, I'm excited to see a fully locked in Sean O'Malley. I still think Sean's one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. And that last fight really dwindled his momentum and his hype, but I think going into this one, has a way better mindset, and this is definitely making me want to pick him more. I was already juggling with the idea of picking him. I kind of like the idea that he will go in there and have 25 more minutes to find his shot, and he will probably land it against Marab that he hurt in the fifth round. He probably will start going to the body quicker. He'll probably fear the takedown a little bit less, knowing that he can get up and that he pretty much has seen everything Marab's had for him. And with him enhancing his game like this and getting all distractions out of his brain, I'm excited to see what he can do in this state. So yeah, I thought I'd just mention that. I'm very excited for this matchup. Even though a lot of people aren't, I'm very excited for it. I like it. I don't hate it. I know there's other matchups you could do with O'Malley, but I like this one for him. I like it for the excitement level of the UFC, and I understand why they would do it. And star power is a big thing. And to be honest, I like seeing Sean O'Malley fight the top guys, and him for a belt is just big. It's just a big fight. So I'm excited for that. And finally, we have Derek Lewis versus Talison Teixeira. So Talison Teixeira is getting his shot right a fucking way. I'm pretty sure he just had his debut, either his debut or his second fight, and he's already getting the big Derek Lewis in a main event in Nashville on July 12th. Kind of a lousy, shitty, poopy main event. But with that being said, it's a very interesting matchup. Every single matchup's interesting to me, I guess. Derek Lewis, he's probably done, right? He's probably done by now in terms of gaining any momentum in his fighting career. He's always going to be fun. He's always going to have big knockouts. He has the knockout record for a reason. But he's getting injuries now. He's old as fuck. He's definitely not losing weight. He's not getting in any better shape. So, will this be his time, or can he chin Talison Teixeira? Which is possible. I would say Derek Lewis can chin anybody. But with that being said, Teixeira's huge. He's a fucking tall dude. Probably has a crazy reach advantage and height advantage on him. And he looks athletic and he looks good and he's coming off a knockout win. I don't love this for Derek Lewis at this point in his career going against this really up and coming hype guy. They really want to give Teixeira a lot of hype, is what I'm noticing from this matchup. They want Teixeira in there with someone that everybody already loves to give Teixeira hype off of a win. Because heavyweight is looking dull. Heavyweight in general is looking shit. Right when Tom Aspinall and John Jones are done, there's pretty much nothing. Because Tom Aspinall has already beaten everybody. If John Jones beats Aspinall and then retires, there's literally nothing. If Tom wins, which I think he will, Tom's already beat everybody. We need a tall, new, up-and-coming guy to make a scene. And Talison Teixeira and that other tall dude that I forgot his name are the two dudes to do that, I think. I'll remember his name later. But Talison Teixeira is very hype in terms of he's not fat. That's the main reason. And he can knock out people. And he's tall. I'm excited to see where he goes. But with that being said, I don't know if I trust his grappling. I don't know if I trust his cardio. With that being said, every heavyweight's that way. So, I like this. I like throwing Talison Teixeira in there against someone we all know and like. I hope Derek Lewis wins, to be honest. But if he doesn't, Teixeira will have some hype. And I like hype in all divisions, and heavyweight seems to have the least. So, that's about it, I think, for the news today. Kind of shitty. Kind of nothing to talk about, so I had to scrape the barrel a little bit. But we'll do predictions tomorrow, and I will see you soon.